We're going to go ahead and start bringing up the storytellers. Our first featured storyteller of the night is Gerry Swanson. Gerry uses he, him pronouns. Gerry Swanson is a retired psychotherapist who has listened to other people's stories for about 50 years, maybe over 50 years. I don't know.
Oh, don't say that.
But after that, now he's ready to go ahead and tell us some stories of his own. So let's welcome Gerry. Let's give him a big hand.
So it's May 1958, and I'm a senior in high school getting ready to graduate. And I'm also going to have my 18th birthday on May 28th. And I'm thinking I'm transitioning. I'm going from a kid to an adult. And what do you need in the way of skills to be an adult? Well, one of them that I feel like I'm kind of lacking is I'm socially kind of awkward and uncomfortable, particularly when it comes to dating and relationships with women. And so I'm thinking, God, how do you learn that? I mean, I've had girlfriends, but I've never felt really close. And I got to find out what's the secret to having a good, deep, meaningful relationship. And what do women want in a relationship? That's key. I know from hearing girls talk in the hallways at the high school about what women don't want. One is saying to the other, well, you know, Jimmy, he's like an octopus, all hands. And the other one says, well, Bobby, you know, Bobby, he thinks only with his dick. And so I don't want that. So I'm thinking, how do I learn what women want? And I'm asking you, of the audience, the ladies in the audience, one word, just a few of you, what do you want in a relationship? Come on.
Respect.
What?
Respect.
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 Trust.
What else?
Trust.
What?
Trust.
Okay.
Trust. Practical.
Practical, okay.
Kindness.
Kindness. These are all the things I want in a relationship. So
Longevity.
Longevity. Yeah, and so I know that. Now, how do I put that to good use? So I'm off to college, and I don't really date much in college or in graduate school because I'm really having a tough time with my grades, and I want to really do well, and I want to avoid being drafted to Vietnam, for one. And so I date some, but nothing ever really develops. And then the time comes when I've got my degree, and the Vietnam War is really, really getting strong. And so I'm worried about being drafted, so I accept a direct commission in the Medical Service Corps, and I'm sent to San Antonio, Texas, at the Brooke Medical Center. And I'm thinking, okay, this is good. Maybe I can avoid being sent to Vietnam, but there's always that possibility. And if I get sent to Vietnam and I get killed and I never have a meaningful relationship, that's really kind of scary. So one day, a friend of mine who's also a second lieutenant in the social work department says, my girlfriend wants to introduce you to her roommate, Joni. And I said, oh, blind date? I'm a little nervous about a blind date. Tell me more about this Joni. Well, she's 29. Oh, God. that's 2 years older than me. Well, what kind of work does she do? Well, she's a youth director for a local Methodist church. I said, oh my God, an older church lady. I don't know. This is like, I don't know, but I'm kind of desperate. And this is happening in March, early March of 2017. So we set up the date. We're going to go to a place called Mi Tierra. And Mi Tierra is just a fabulous place, and it's romantic, and they have mariachis, and they're singing boleros from Mexico. And in walks Jay, my friend, with his girlfriend, and Joni. And I thought, oh my God, she is beautiful. How do I respond to this? And immediately we start talking, and I just know there's connection. And I think something's happening here that really feels good. And then we have a second date, and oh my gosh, all of this flood of, this is someone I want to be with for the rest of my life. And so during the summer, within the first month, we become lovers, and we date all summer, and on September 1, we get married, 3 months after meeting each other. And I'm thinking, wow, this is, and we honeymoon on Isla Mujeres, island of women off the coast of Mexico. And it's the first plane ride I've ever been on, and it's the first time I've ever been out of the United States. Joni has lived in Latin America for 3.5 years, traveled all over. She lived in Bolivia. She's fluent in Spanish, and she's so worldly. And she introduces me to Latin culture, music, and song, and food, and I just fall in love with all of that. And then I introduce her to my love, which is being in the mountains and hiking and backpacking and camping. And so for the first year, we get to know each other more, and I have to make a decision. I'm coming up on the fall of '68 when I have to decide if I want to re-enlist or get out. And obviously, I'm getting out because I don't want to go to Vietnam. And so we decide, where are we going to live? And we decide, after I visited here, Albuquerque, because it's multicultural and multilingual. And you can go to, at that time, you could go down to a place called Drink Inc. in Corrales and listen to the Los Mexicanos singing Los Panchos and Tres Astas, beautiful music. And then you can get red and green enchiladas everywhere. It's just amazing. It's a wonderful place. And so, you know, once we settle in, we have 50 years of just a wonderful relationship. Had its challenges, and 2 sons, Scott and Ken, and a grandson, Emiliano. And we take them whitewater canoeing and cross-country ski racing and backpacking and some international travel. They're not always enthusiastic participants in all those things, but and Joni and I travel much of the Spanish-speaking world, and all I have to know is "Habla con mi esposa, por favor," meaning, you know, speak to my wife, or la cuenta, the check, please. And so it was grand. And then in early 2018, she was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia. And the progression of that disease was fairly rapid. We still tried to go hiking and backpacking, and we tried to travel international. We did, and our last trip was to Colombia in March of 2019. Now, if you remember, that was the start of COVID. So we had to come home early. And once we got home, she declined rapidly. And by the end of the year, she was in hospice at home. And on January 14th, 2020, she passed away. At the house with family and friends, and a lot of great people who are actually here tonight were there for her. On the day of January 15th, 2020, I woke up. I woke up alone, I woke up scared, I woke up sad. How am I going to go on with my life without my beloved partner, Joni? And so I started thinking, what things can I do with the help of friends and whatnot? And I longed to hear from a back room her saying, "Gerald C., would you come here?" That was her way of saying, "You're in trouble," or "I need something from you." And so, as I went forward, I decided I had to get out, be on my own. And so I went for a hike in early spring in the Sandias, the 10K trail. And I knew that this was well-traveled, so I wouldn't be totally alone. But I got on the trail, and it was a beautiful day, and I thought, oh, Joni would love this day. And I'm walking along, kind of watching my feet, because I'm a little older, and so I tend to stumble. And suddenly I look up, and 200 feet in front of me is a brown object. And I look, and it's a brown bear looking right at me. And I thought, oh my God, what do you do if this bear tries to charge? And there's the old adage of, if it's brown, fall down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. And I did nothing. I just looked at the bear, and the bear looked at me, and I knew the bear was not going to be of any harm to me. And I knew the bear intuitively was female, but no cub. And the bear looked at me, and it seemed like a long time. Nobody came up the trail or down the trail, amazingly. And then the bear kind of ambled off into the woods, and I swear the bear turned around and said, "Gerald C., take risks, push your limits, don't be stupid."